What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. OnlyFacts Sports.
Well, go on.
Episode 25. Quarter of a way to 100.
Yeah.
We're moving and grooving. Trying to get to 5k, so please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Decent week coming up. The stuff, the big... What?
Decent week coming up. I mean
a decent show, but like the big stuff I was going to say, the big stuff in sports is kind of a couple of weeks away, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the fights are coming up in 2 or 3 weeks. Already gone, I suppose. Where should we start? Should we start with Ballon d'Or?
I think that's the best place to start because that's like the talking point within most sports fans, football fans.
Yeah.
Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or was what, 2 days ago?
Do you see Lamine Yamal's dad?
No.
I think he was quite unhappy that his son didn't win.
I mean, who won the Young Player of the Year? Yamal, no?
Can't remember. Maybe.
It has to be Yamal.
I think so.
I mean, you would have had to go into the... Historically, whoever wins champs wins Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what he would have been thinking for why he didn't win it.
Yeah.
For why Yamal should win it.
Can you explain to people why you sound the way that you sound? For a
I
start?
don't know, bro. My voice is gone. My voice has been gone since Sunday. Yeah, my voice is gone. No reason.
Feel free to speculate in the comments as to why Shane has lost his voice.
Feel free.
But you haven't seen the top 10.
I've only seen who's won.
Okay.
That's all I've seen. And obviously Dembele's won, and I think he's the deserved winner. There's only one person who I'd think could potentially have rivaled him.
Who's that?
Kvaratskhelia.
Okay, interesting.
Or maybe because of what he's won, Nuno Mendes, because he won Nations League as well.
Okay, so 9 of them are in the top 9.
I swear.
Yeah, so Kvaratskhelia was 12. Nuno Mendes is number 10.
Menj. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Nuno Mendes is number 10. Donnarumma number 9.
Okay. I think their defence, their back line definitely, should get recognition. But it's hard for a fullback and a centre-back to be,
And a goalkeeper. Donnarumma.
Yeah. A fullback and a goalkeeper, sorry. No, but I was thinking Kvaratskhelia is an attacker, so I would expect him to be higher, but you never know. PSG won the treble last season. So.
Yeah. Cole Palmer number 8.
That's mad.
That's what I thought. I'm glad you said it because I was waiting.
That's mad.
Number 8.
Because did he have a better season than Kvaratskhelia? No. And obviously they won the Club World Cup, so I guess it's on the basis of that.
They won 2 trophies. They won the Europa Conference as well.
Bruv.
I'm just telling you what they won. I'm trying to be unbiased. Obviously, I'm an Arsenal fan,
okay.
But I thought that was crazy as well. I thought that was very high.
I think that's mad.
I thought that was very high. Like, there's no one else.
But he won Club World Cup, so
there's no one else for Chelsea anywhere in the top 30. So
I like Cole Palmer though.
I like Cole Palmer. He's a baller, but like, are we rating the Club World Cup or not? Because he didn't win both of those on his own. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I think it's on the basis of the Club World Cup.
Hear what I'm saying though. Are we rating it or not? And the reason I'm saying that is because on the top 30, hold on, in the top 30, there's no other Chelsea players. Is what I'm saying. So it's not like it's all in the top 30. No, but there's tons of Barcelona, PSG, Liverpool, but I'm saying
I don't know why Barcelona.
Erling Haaland 26, but I'm saying he's literally in the top 30. He's the only Chelsea player. So they've won 2 trophies. Is that all him? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but who else from Chelsea would have been in it?
I don't know.
Nah, I don't think he should have been in the top 10 anyway. But
yeah, number 7, Kylian Mbappe.
I find that. I feel
like that's high.
That's just based on name.
Feels high.
Based on name.
That does feel high.
I think Real Madrid had a terrible season last season.
Yeah, I think they didn't even go to the award ceremony either.
And what?
Madrid or Barcelona, one of them didn't go. Or one of them's playing.
He personally didn't do great for France.
Yeah.
For Real Madrid. I just think he's just based on name.
Number 6, Hakimi.
Yeah. Definitely deserve. But I don't understand how Hakimi's higher than Mendes.
Yeah.
How is Hakimi higher than Mendes?
Scored more goals.
But look what Mendes done in the Nations League final, bro.
Yeah.
That's literally they gave Rodri the Ballon d'Or because of what he done for Spain in the Euros. What he done for the Nations League is dope, bro.
Yeah.
Like no word of a doubt. That he was literally the best player in the Nations League final.
Number 5, Rafinha.
He had a great season last season.
Yeah.
He had a great season last season.
Number 4, some people felt he should have been higher. Mohamed Salah.
I'm not going to say he should have been higher until I hear who's higher.
He shouldn't have been higher than number 4. Number 3 is Vitinha. He was one of the best centre mids in the world last year.
I'm thinking whether Vitinha should have been higher.
He's one of the best. Then it's Lamine second and Dembele. I think that top 3 I think makes sense. Vitinha, I don't think. Vitinha was the best centre mid in the world, but I don't know
Vitinha
that
was the best centre mid.
I don't know that I put him above Yamal.
No, I wouldn't.
I think that top 3 is top 3. Yeah. So I don't know where Salah can go.
Salah should have been. See, this is the thing. I guess people are saying that because of what he done for Liverpool in the Prem.
Yeah.
But we have to just keep it real. It was the worst Premier League season in history. It was Arsenal's worst season in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
It was City's worst season since Pep.
Yeah.
It was United, Spurs' worst season ever. Yeah. Nottingham Forest is challenging for Champions League. What are we doing?
Yeah.
It was the worst Premier League season of all time. Plus his numbers wasn't like flipping. I mean, it wasn't mad, and then he didn't.
And he's a numbers guy. That's the main.
And he didn't go that far in the Champions
League. Yeah.
So I don't see that. I don't see that at all. And it's not like it was African Cup of Nations year neither.
Yeah.
So I think African Cup of Nations this year.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So no, I don't see that.
And Dembele for the win, you think?
I think that's justified.
Yeah.
I think he was their best player. Him more Kvaratskhelia at times, but definitely him.
And it's a great redemption arc as well. Like I was arguing with people that before when Mbappe was coming up as the exciting player that he was at Monaco, Dembele was very much that exciting player as well. And actually Dembele got the big move first, and then the injuries. He's got a couple of big moves. He got the move to PSG, then he got the move to Barcelona. The injuries kind of slowed him down, and then he's moved.
Who's that? Dortmund as well.
It's Dortmund, Barcelona. Then obviously kind of didn't really hit the ground running.
The issue that I have with that Ballon d'Or in general, and for me, I feel like we have to create because I'm not a fan of Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it still relevant? That's what I was going to ask.
I'm not a fan of Ballon d'Or, but we have to create clear criteria.
Yeah.
Why Mbappe is in that top 10, I have no idea. Are we just saying it because if we were saying who's the best football players in the world, Mbappe is obviously one of the best football players in the world.
Yeah.
But did he have one of the best seasons?
Yeah.
I think Ballon d'Or is supposed to be about what have you done this season.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can't have a list of Cole Palmer in it and an Mbappe because Cole Palmer's in it purely and simply of what he done last season. Mbappe didn't do nothing last season, so then that doesn't make any sense.
Are there any names that you feel like should have been? Any names that you want to throw out there, and I can tell you if they're in the top 30 or not? Any players that you think had a great season last year? Funny enough,
a name that I thought may have been put in there would have been Jota. Because of what he done for Portugal and what he done for Liverpool.
No.
But obviously he didn't play a lot of games. But I don't think he should have. But they just do it because I remember there's one season where flipping Jorginho was in the top 10 or
he was
top
third.
5. Yeah.
Jorginho was third.
And he only got that because Chelsea won champs and Italy won Euros.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
he was instrumental in both of those wins though.
He was.
So,
any
other apart from Jota, any other names that you think?
But then why was Mendes not in the top 3 then?
I think Jorginho might have been more. But the talent,
you can't argue that. I can argue that's not the case.
I think the talent is more spread around that PSG team. There's talent everywhere. I mean, they've got loads of players in here. But any other players that you think should have been in there? Just the players that you think had a great season last year, and I can tell you where they're ranked.
Not that springs to mind. No.
No.
Who you said? As I said,
Virgil, 28. Declan Rice, 27. Erling Haaland, 26. Who else is in there?
Who's
João Neves, 19. Scott McTominay, 18.
Yeah.
Victor Gyökeres, 15.
Again, I don't know what he's doing there.
Last year, he was had record-breaking numbers, goals.
In the
Portuguese, yeah, but it's a European thing.
But it doesn't mean anything to me.
Not to you, but obviously this is
terrible.
This is European football. So they're not going to denigrate other European leagues.
You know why that's terrible? Because in my mind, I'm literally thinking. That's what I'm saying. There needs to be more of a criteria of how they're doing that Ballon d'Or, because even when you say Scott McTominay, I just feel like people are Scott McTominay had a great season last season, but are we doing
it's
it
partly because of how shit he was at United? It's playing into a storyline.
But Gyökeres is the same thing. Dembele, you could argue,
Gyökeres is a little bit different. I feel like because he had a record-breaking.
But
Scott McTominay wasn't record-breaking. He was shite and then had a good season.
No, bro. What he done last season was better than what Gyökeres done.
I don't know if that's true.
But he had more goal contributions than nearly any midfielder in world football. That's mad. And he was playing in a much more competitive league.
Wasn't Gyökeres the top? He's playing in a better league, but not... yeah, it's a better league.
Bro, this guy had goals and assists last season.
Yeah.
And I just think... And because Gyökeres is not... Again, where he comes
He's
from...
the only player in from the Portuguese league that's in his top 30.
Bro,
Harry Kane, out of 13 as well.
13?
That's why I asked you, are there any names? But you didn't want to throw out any names. But
he shouldn't have been in the top. He shouldn't have been in the top 15.
Why not?
Harry Kane.
Yeah.
For what?
He's a bagsman at Bayern.
Bro, I just think they're just doing it based on name, because I don't even think he done anything.
This is why I asked you before I gave you the names. What names would you expect to see in the top 30?
And those names I didn't expect. That's why I didn't say them.
But you didn't offer any other names, so.
Well. When you said Virgil, I thought that was just obvious. I thought Virgil was obviously... But this is the thing.
Wirtz is 29, Elise 30.
Elise 30? Flipping hell, blood. That's mad. Where's Saka?
Saka's not in the... He was injured for like 3 months last year.
Oh yeah, true. Where...
The only Arsenal player is
Rice. Which
makes sense, yeah.
Justified.
Is it still relevant though? I feel like, because I feel like the Ballon d'Or wasn't super relevant before the Messi Ronaldo kind of era. It was a little bit, but not as. I feel like the Messi Ronaldo era really popularized the Ballon d'Or. It wasn't a thing as much. Like a lot of Arsenal fans kind of disregard it since Nedved got it over Henry. Arsenal fans are too upset about
it. I think it's still relevant. I just feel like it's just a popularity contest at this stage.
Yeah.
I mean, Kvaratskhelia is not in the top 10.
Yeah.
It's flipping mad.
Yeah,
and Mbappe is.
Did Cole Palmer have a better season than Kvaratskhelia? Probably not.
Did Mbappe have a better season than Kvaratskhelia? Where's Vinicius?
16.
Vinicius is 16.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, how is Vinicius in the top 20? How's anyone from Real Madrid in the top 20?
Yeah. Real Madrid have... How many players are in the top 20? Is it just them? Yeah, it's just those two, to be fair.
Mad.
But yeah. There you go.
That is flipping mad.
But congratulations to Ousmane Dembele anyway. And Dembele's perfect because, like you said, it is a bit of a popularity contest. There is a bit of storyline behind it, but there's a great story, but he also did have an amazing season as well. So it's justified.
I mean, if you asked me who I thought was going to win it, I thought it was going to be Dembele. I do think, though, Mendes should have been higher. That's the only thing I was like, I feel like he should have been... He's
in the top 10 for a left back. I think that's quite high. Him and Achraf Hakimi is the highest rated defender.
Which I don't
number
think
6.
Which I don't think should be the case. I think they
would
both
you swap them?
Who's 5?
Rafinha, Salah, Vitinha, Yamal, Dembele. So I don't know that either of those fullbacks are cracking that top 5.
I think Mendes could still. I think Mendes could. Bro, did you watch the Nations League final?
Yeah.
Bro, he was by far the best player in the pitch, bro.
Yeah.
By far. The best player on the pitch. And then you think about what him and Hakimi done in the champs. Yeah. And they won the treble. Bro, like he literally he won everything last season.
Yeah.
He won everything that was possible to win.
That's true.
Other than the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
And then Cole Palmer won it. But yeah, man.
There you go. Club World Cup apparently trumps a treble.
Literally. For him, 4 trophies. He won treble, 1 Nations League. And
Nations League as well. You always tell me off. Are you showing that on camera? Are we getting sponsored? That's what you always...
Can you not see it's getting covered?
Maybe they trademarked the shape of the tub, so maybe man will know who it is.
Well, it's been a sponsor. It's coming, and then I'll show the actual. I even do an advert for you.
Keeping it on football before we move on to boxing stuff. Do you know what I mean? We've got a lot of boxing coming up in the next couple months. We're going to be live for Joseph Parker versus Wardley, Jaron Ennis versus Lima. What else we've got? Allen versus Makmadov. Tank versus Jake Paul, which isn't even on the list. Benavidez versus Yard, which is going to be a good fight. Boazzi versus Parker. Devin Haney when he loses to Brian Norman Jr. We're going to be live for all these fights and on all the Arsenal United games as well. So again, if you're new to the channel, lock in. We're going to be here. Arsenal returning to the Champions League soon as well. Keeping it in football before we move on to boxing. Spain, you know, we're Caribbeans, we're Jamaicans, so we have mixed feelings on the history of Spain. But Spain Spain on the right side of history in a rare turn of events. Well, are they on the right side of history? They're threatening to not take part in the World Cup if Israel are taking part in the World Cup, which I think is interesting, and I'm really curious about how this decision came about because is this just from the president specifically? Do the players all sign off on this? I'm really interested in that.
This is mad. This is
because Spain are
historically.
The reason it's the reason it's significant is because Spain are always in one of the favourite teams to win it. Right? They've won the Euros recently. They're European champions. They're a sizable club. This isn't Hungary saying it or something like that, or Iceland saying it. This is like Spain. A real top 3, top 5 favourite in the world to win it.
Because Spain and racism within football don't
have a great record.
Literally, specifically recently.
Yeah.
So I found that mad.
Maybe the skin tone of Palestinians is a little bit closer to Spanish, maybe Mediterranean peoples. They relate to them a little bit more. I don't know, but
I don't know.
But what do you think about this? The whole thing.
Most immediate question is it justified? Should Israel be allowed to play in the World Cup? And I think if we're going by the precedent that's been set by sport across the board, the easiest answer is no.
Yeah.
You can't have one rule for Russia and another rule for Israel.
Eric Cantona said that. Did you see Eric Cantona's speech?
No.
Eric Cantona said he was on stage somewhere. I don't think it was the Ballon d'Or. He was on stage somewhere at some awards ceremony, and he said it took 41 days once Russia invaded Ukraine to be banned from international sport, and now it's been 700 and something odd days.
But I mean, we've seen this in
Eric Cantona, by the way, my favourite Man United player of all time, legend.
We've seen this where, I mean, Russia's been banned from Olympic Games, boxing.
Yep.
We've seen it in football.
Yep.
I mean, Russian teams are still not allowed to play in champs, I swear.
Correct.
So, for me,
it's bizarre that we have Israeli teams in Champions League anyway, because it's a European.
No, we don't.
I'm sure we've had like Maccabi.
No, not in champs. Not in Champions League.
No? I'm sure we have. But anyway, carry on. I'm going to Google it, but carry on.
But I don't understand. For me, Israel's not even a big team anyway. They're I don't even know if they have a good football team. They're insignificant. But it's like, I think it should be straight. You're not allowed to play in the sport. Like, what?
They have done in the past. Maccabi Tel Aviv and Maccabi Haifa and Tel Aviv have all played in the Champions League before. Yeah. They're not at the moment, but they have done. I thought so. Maccabi Tel Aviv were in the Champions League 2015-16. That's what I'm saying. And
are they in Europe?
Maccabi Haifa played as recently as 22-23 season. I told you, yeah. Israel they don't follow any rules. They just do,
Am I living in a parallel universe?
Maccabi Tel Aviv played against PAOK in a 0-0 draw in the opening game of this season. They're in it now. Yeah, Maccabi Tel Aviv are in the Europa League now.
Are you having a laugh?
No, I'm telling you, like, yeah. Israelis do what they want.
League. I'm pretty sure Europa is Europe, and I'm pretty sure Israel is not in Europe.
Football or not, Israel do what they want. In football or in life.
What I will say is this is to Spain. You're going to be forced to stand on your gangster.
Oh, for sure.
Let me tell you why. Because Israel ain't gonna get pushed out of the next World Cup. So make sure whatever you say, it's not just words.
Also, the next World Cup is going to be hosted in America, who have a very good relationship with Israel.
Very good relationship with Israel.
So
better relationship with Israel than they have with
kind of Israel subsidiary, really. Do you know what I mean? So it's gonna be. It's not like it's being hosted in Qatar, where you might have some strong ground. You will then be going up against Israel and America at the same time. And America don't have no great football culture. They probably don't know that Spain is significant.
That point is probably the reason why it won't make a damn difference.
Yeah.
You don't know why? Because America, I'm not aware of America like it's not like England.
Yeah.
You know, where a lot of British people travel to America and a lot of British people will be traveling to America for the World Cup.
Yeah.
That will not be the case for Spain.
Yeah.
So, and it's not even like there's a lot of Spanish people in America. Now, there might be descendants of
Hispanic people,
but not
Latin American.
Spanish people.
Yeah.
Because those Spanish people, like Mexico, they will be in the World Cup, so they'll be
supporting they'll be supporting their own
you know
teams.
So they'll be supporting their own teams.
Yeah.
So, for me, Spain are going to be forced to stand on those words because Israel aren't getting kicked out of the next World Cup. Now, should they be, is a straight yes. It's not even, and I'm not even saying this because I'm some big Palestine fan, because you've seen the videos, I'm clearly not. But it's purely and simply based on the fact that you've set a precedent. The precedent is you've stopped Russia from playing in sport because of what's happened.
Yeah.
So it should be the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And whatever Spain decide to do, it's not even should be, because I don't even think people are afraid of Spain being in it or not. Because to be honest with you, without Spain being in it,
England's got more chance
to win.
There's
more of a chance of other teams winning.
Yeah.
And Israel being in it, let's keep it real. If Israel was in it,
they're getting slapped anyway.
Or wasn't in it, it wasn't going to make a difference anyway.
No, but I do wonder, like, there's been recent developments of Spain sending like an aid ship to Gaza and Israel threatening to shoot their own ship down and stuff like that. Now, Italy have also been kind of somewhat joining this as well. And I wonder how many allies Spain is going to be able to get before the World Cup, because I don't think that Spain on their own are going to be able to pull this off or really push back against. But how much of a coalition do you think Spain would need to go up against Israel in America?
The issue is America is a cesspool for propaganda. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so to be honest with you, I can't even say America don't want the bad publicity around the next World Cup, because I don't even think they give a crap.
No.
So it's not like it would. Like
Italy's added a second warship to the escort. So there's
Italy or Spain.
Italy. So they are adding their own warships to the aid that Spain is sending to Gaza. So they're Italy themselves. Yes.
Well, that's not surprising, because Italy and Spain have always had a very historically
close relationship.
Have had a very close relationship when it's come to war. I mean,
so I'm wondering, obviously, if that's Italy and that's Spain. We know that Keir Starmer this week has recognised England, now formally recognises Palestine as a sovereign state. They hadn't up until now. This is breaking. I wonder if England will not
won't do that.
Will not follow these lot. But I'm just wondering how many people. Maybe Germany might.
No,
I feel like Germany might.
I don't think so.
I could see Germany joining them.
Here's the question:
if Italy join as well, I could see Germany joining them.
I don't think so. You know?
I could see Germany joining them.
I don't think Italy and Germany have the same close relationship as they used to. Like, let's say 30s in the 40s.
But Germany's been pretty anti-Israel and pro-Palestine for a while, and I feel like they just on a political basis.
Relating it back to football.
Yeah,
I think the biggest issue that you have is if I'm a football player and I'm literally this is the World Cup. I played in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I've played my whole career for.
I played my whole career to be in a World Cup. If the World Cup or the FIFA say, no, we're keeping Israel in there, and Spain say, cool, we are not going to be part of it, what does that do for the other countries? What do the other countries then decide to do? Are Italy going to say that as well?
Yeah.
Are Germany going to say that as well?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you this now, if Italy and Germany say that, I'll bet you England ain't saying that.
England ain't.
England will be like, boy, I hope
England will be at the World Cup. 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah.
And America will be happy to have a World Cup without them.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, they don't.
Again, if it was more of a football nation, if this was happening when maybe it was hosted in Brazil, it's like, well, you know, Brazil were always seen as favourites, but like Spain, Germany, Italy, these are other favourites. I feel Brazil has enough of a football integrity that they wouldn't want to host a World Cup without just in terms of football, not in terms of politics, they wouldn't want to host a World Cup without these nations there. Whereas America won't care.
America won't care. They won't care. And in fact, I would actually see.
And when there was all that FIFA corruption, wasn't a lot of that tied to American people anyway? Remember that the FBI cracked down on mad like documents of corruption with FIFA and they raided their offices and stuff, and that was in America.
Yeah, I also feel like America would also see it as an opportunity for a political stance.
Oh, for sure.
So
they'll use it as their opportunity to get even closer to Israel
Facts.
and buy favour from Israel.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how I would look at it.
For sure. It's Donald Trump as president as well.
Yeah, so it's like, this is just a pawn move. But when it comes to football, like just keeping it strictly on football, what do you think that does now? Like, how do you think that impacts football if that was to happen?
If they
both scenarios.
If they don't play, if Spain on their own don't play, I don't think it has that much of a difference. But if they can get a sort of coalition and because let's keep it real, the favourites for the World Cup, I think Wenger said it's like Argentina, Brazil, and then the rest of it's Europe, for the most part. Do you know what I mean? If they can get significant other countries to not play, I think that will be significant.
It will ruin the credibility of this World Cup.
100%. There'll be an asterisk over whoever wins it. And Spain on their own, I don't think it's strong enough. Do you know what I mean?
But then what about...
But there's been other situations like this in the past when Israel... I don't know if the Israeli team would have to make some sort of statement or whatever, but I remember there's been times when Israel have played sports against people and they've turned their back on the national anthem, or I think Israel and America played against each other many years ago in the 90s and they exchanged flowers or something.
I also feel like this is bad for Israel.
Yeah, I mean, there has to be some level of pressure on the world stage to
because if I'm an Israeli player, I just come in to play for my country.
Yeah.
And it's similar to when Beterbiev and Bivol was fighting each other in the fact that
they're Russian.
If they're Russian,
they're nothing to do with the war in Ukraine.
They're nothing to do with it. We're just playing football. But here's a counter argument: if Spain decide to back down and say, you know what, we just want to play football and we play, then I think that sets an even worse precedent.
Yeah.
Because now we're saying certain people are above the law, which we've always known.
Israel is already above the law.
I know, but I think this now strengthens the arguments of Russia.
I was just about to say the people that would be the most pissed would be Russia.
No, but I think that now, I think there is now...
Okay, one thing we've got to say, we can't have a World Cup with Israel in it, but not Russia in it.
But we've already had that. What are you talking about?
But at the time, at the time of the last World Cup, we didn't have this Gaza situation.
No, but we've had an Olympics.
When was the Olympics?
Was the Olympics not... the Olympics was...
2022. 2022. Yeah.
2022. Yeah, 2020.
No, 2012, 2020, 2024. Last year.
Yeah, 2024. I think it was last year.
Who wasn't in the Olympics last year?
Russia wasn't in the Olympics last year. Pretty sure Russia was not in the Olympics last year.
I feel like I missed the Olympics entirely last year. I don't remember anything that happened.
Noah Lyles beat the Jamaican man on the line.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear all that. So I ain't trying to hear all that. Fuck Noah Lyles. But yeah, okay, fair enough. And Israel was in the Olympics.
I presume so. I don't know, they weren't banned from it. I don't know if they have any athletes. That's the thing.
I was going to say something.
But let's keep it real. We already seen it because I didn't even know that. It's freaking mad. So what does that mean? Does that mean Spain are not going to be in the next Champions League then? Because look, we've got an Israeli team in Europe. Yep. So what are we going to do that for Europe as well then?
Yep.
Like, because this can now be transferred into so many different things. Yep. Because that shouldn't even be the case anyway. Yep. I think they're allowed because Israel's so shit at football that it doesn't make a difference.
How does that make sense? Portmore United shit at football. Can they play in the Champions League? What does that mean? What does that mean?
What justification is there, bro?
That doesn't make any sense.
I think because I said Portmore United.
Morocco's closer to Europe than Israel is.
I know.
Should we allow Moroccan teams? There's loads of teams that are shit. I don't even see how that's an argument.
The reason I'm saying that is because no one's fighting against it because it's not like they're gonna win.
But then it's not the Champions League then.
But they're in it. So, bro, what are you talking about?
Okay, so let's bring teams from Korea. They're not going to win. Let's bring teams from Australia. They're not going to win. Let's bring teams from Morocco. They're not going to win.
This strengthens the argument. Should Saudi teams be in the Champions League?
They're on their way. They're on their way.
Because if Israel's in there, like, bro, what are we doing? What are we actually doing?
Yeah.
Bro, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I actually did not know that, you know.
Yeah. I
did not know that Israeli teams.
I remember Maccabi Haifa and Tel Aviv and stuff like that. I remember them playing, and I think when Arsenal were in Europa, I remember their names being in Europa and stuff like that, yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, there you go.
That is madness.
Yep. So
Israel are in Europe.
Israel continuing to... But to be fair, it makes sense. Most of their fucking people are European descendants, despite what they're going to tell you. They're man of European. You know what I'm saying? I told you, my dad reckons his gal is from Israel. I said, bro, she's Hungarian.
Just Scandinavian or something.
She's definitely not Scandinavian, blood. She's Hungarian or Romanian or one of the aliens, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? She's not an ish. She's an alien. 100%. So that's just what it is, blood. Do you know what I mean? If you know, like, them man don't even allow DNA tests in their country.
I didn't know that.
Because they're all European.
You told me.
They're all European. They're man of frauds, man. Israel do what they want, man. Israel, shout out you lot, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
You men are great still.
Yeah, man. I rate gangsters still, do you know what I'm saying? And nobody moves more gangster than Israel.
You man should play, you should be playing football with a ski mask.
It is peak because, like you say, they'll just get booed at every.
But
they're not in America, maybe.
In America.
Yeah.
Where they will get booed is
everywhere else.
Here's a question.
Who's hosting the next Olympics? Who's hosting the Olympics in 2030?
Here's a question. You know the other side, yeah? No, I'm not going to do it.
They're gone. Oh, what? The other channel?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What are they going to do with that when Israel's on?
Well, my gal will do the stream.
Fair enough.
The 2030. No, I put Olympics. When's the World Cup next year?
Yeah, 2016.
Okay, so
2026.
Yeah, so the next one, the 2030 World Cup, will be co-hosted by Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. So I think it's fair to say Israel will not be there. So Israel, and probably depending on how America move, America might not be there. So Israel had better win this World Cup next year because
Spain,
Morocco
and Spain.
Yeah,
because can you imagine Israel at that World Cup? That would be nuts.
To be fair, Israel probably don't want to go to that World Cup.
Yeah,
Israel will not want to go to that World Cup. So Israel, you lot better win. You better win this year, but next year, because you're not winning 2030 because you're not going to be there. And
Spain, you lot better make sure you stand on your gangster, bro. Because I think it sets an even worse precedent if you then decide to back down.
Yeah.
I think it sets an even worse precedent.
Yeah.
I'll come up with some form of coalition or partnership or something. Now, UEFA, how you have allowed an Israeli team to be in Europe? That perplexes
I told they don't perplex me. They're European people. They are.
So are Americans, though.
Facts.
So why is Inter Miami not in Europe?
They're on their way. They're on their way, bro. Don't worry about that. But yeah, listen. We'll see what happens, do you know what I mean? Shout out, free all oppressed people, man. Am I allowed to say that on this channel?
I don't know.
Fair enough, man. Fuck it.
I used to say that before.
Speaking of oppressed people, Shakur Stevenson.
How's he oppressed?
He's black and American, isn't it? It's almost a disability, slightly.
God.
Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. Are we going to see this fight? Is this going to happen? Because Teofimo is another one of them fighters that I just don't trust him.
I believe you when you're in the ring.
I don't trust him.
Yeah, facts. Like, I think it's going to happen because I don't think either have any other fight.
Yeah.
Like, what other fight? Tank's fighting Jake Paul. That's definitely happening.
Well, it's definitely scheduled. Again, I'm doubtful whenever that happens.
You know what I mean?
Should we talk about that press conference? Not now. After the next topic, can we discuss that press conference?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, let's finish talking about Teofimo Lopez. We'll come back to that. But yeah, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. You think they've both got no?
They've got other options. Like Devin's fighting Norman Jr. So I'm thinking about.
And both of them are not big enough stars at this point to go and fight and nobody. They need each other's names. Shakur needs the name.
The persons that they demand, they're both coming off Saudi fights. And let's think. Yes.
Ring card fights, but didn't Teo fight Barboza in New York?
Yeah, but they're Saudi cards.
Okay, but
they had Saudi purses.
Yes.
And they both burnt the bridge with Saudi.
How did Teo burn the bridge with Saudi?
Man, remember called him a dictator with a DICK. Do you not see that?
Americans are unruly, you know. Americans are unruly, you know. So Turkey won't work with either of them?
I don't know.
Who isn't Shakur signed?
He was signed with Eddie, but his contract ran out. We don't even know what's happening with that. Like, that's why I'm telling you, they have to fight each other.
Yeah.
They had that little back and forth.
But on what platform?
That's why the fight ain't probably... The biggest issue what we're seeing right now is both Shakur and Teo demand a lot of money. They don't have a big enough profile to sell the fight or generate the fight by themselves.
Yeah.
And they've burnt bridges with so many people. They both burnt bridges with Top Rank. He just left Eddie Hearn. They both called my man a towel boy and a dictator. So I want to know who's putting this money up. I want to know. I genuinely want to know. Because
they might end up fighting on the Jake Paul Tank undercard.
Facts. That actually might be true.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely don't know who's putting the money up.
Because it can't be another Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. We can't keep having this.
We can't be doing that.
We can't keep having this.
Yeah, facts.
That's probably already slated to be on the undercard. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, we definitely are gonna see. I think that's why the fight ain't been announced yet.
Yeah.
I think that's genuinely why the fight hasn't been announced yet. Because
this is the thing as well. This sometimes people, the promotion will be good, and sometimes people always criticize boxing for like, the business of boxing, the business. But it's not always the business. Some of these fighters are fucking idiots.
True.
Some of these fighters are idiots. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Mike Tyson's going to jail in the prime of his career, man. Like, but the boxing business. No, you're an idiot. You went to jail when you're getting 30, 40 million of every fight just to turn up and fight for 30 seconds. I mean,
and you're pissed. Tank's done it. Floyd's done it.
It's not the business of boxing. The business of boxing needs work, but you, man, are stupid. And you fuck things up for yourself and you blame the business of boxing.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because, Teofimo Lopez was, maybe not top 10 pound for pound, but there was a time where he was top 10 he's in those kind of conversations, and look where he is now. Do you know what I mean?
Literally, like, who...
not off the back of a loss. He's there off the back of wins, but just off the back of how he moves and operates.
Outside of the ring.
Outside of the ring.
You had a better performance than both.
Shakur's even worse, because at least Teofimo had divorce issues and personal issues. Shakur has no personal issues. You're close with Crawford. Crawford's just had his biggest payday. They might even run it back. Crawford's making big millions. You're in the same gym as him, same trainer. Everything's laid out for you, whether you go and fight over there on a Crawford undercard and make millions, whether you go and try headline your own shows, everything's there for you, and you're just pissing it up the wall for no reason. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you had a big fight against Zepeda, and he had a big fight with Barbosa. Yep. And you would think that after those big fights, it would be easy for you lot to fight each other. But I don't see where that fits within the boxing schedule in terms of broadcasters or in terms of promoters.
Yeah.
Because you've literally destroyed your relationships with everybody.
Yeah.
Why would I put money behind Teo and Shakur when they're just both unhinged? Like I genuinely don't know why I would do that. And now the actual fight itself, it's an amazing fight. Yeah. And it's amazing promotion. Fight, yeah. And we saw them have that back and forth at the Canelo Crawford undercard. If I'm a promoter, I'd be licking my lips at making that fight. Yeah. And they're both independent. Yet I can't. Yet they're not. That fight hasn't been announced. I don't understand that. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. But it's because they both want a large amount of money, but they don't want to play the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just gotta shut up and just literally let boxing do what boxing does. Because there's no way Devin should be fighting Brian Norman Jr. Regardless of you think he had a terrible performance.
Yeah.
But he's not having
another big fight.
He's not having fight problems.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? He's not struggling to find a fight.
But the thing is, the problems they have with Turkey are not based on anything. Do you know what I'm saying? We see man have problems with PBC, we see man have problems with different promoters. Maybe they haven't been paid, or they haven't been paid the right amount of money, or they've been screwed over in some way or whatever. Understood. Do you know what I'm saying? They thought they were going to get a world title shot, they didn't get it. Understood. You man are just fucking up your own opportunities for no reason. There's no actual good reason to do this. Do you know what I'm saying? If Turkey didn't pay them for months or something like that, then fair enough. But as far as I understand, you man fought on Saturday and the money landed Monday. So what are you vexed about? Do you know what I'm saying? Especially Teo, because you put on a stinker of a performance. I should be vexed at you. You're trying to gaslight me.
You mean Shakur? Shakur.
Oh, so he was, Shakur, sorry, because Teo actually was good against Barbosa. Do you mean?
Yeah.
But Shakur, you've put on boring performances, fair enough, the Padley thing, your opponent pulled out, but you've had boring performances and you're attacking me. I should be attacking you.
Facts.
You owe me, I'm losing money on you.
In fact, you can make the argument, especially Teo as well. Teo burnt his bridge with Turkey because not only did he say what he said, but then he turned down the Devin fight.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's when the whole dictator thing came up.
They've both turned down Devin fights.
Yeah,
they both confidently think that they can beat Devin, but they've both turned down Devin fights.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the reason that Devin's still the name that he is because of how you man operate and how you man put him on a pedestal.
Fact.
Do you know what I mean?
Outside the ring, like genuinely, genuinely.
Even we saw Teofimo Lopez hugging up with Hitchens and they're all dissing Devin together. I'm like, bruv, you man are making Devin's name hot.
Facts.
You man are putting him up on this pedestal.
Facts. Like, if you keep it real, the biggest problem is mismanagement. Whoever's managing you, well,
we've spoken about Shakur. We've spoken about Shakur's,
bro.
We've spoken about Shakur's management, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man, bro, it's like AJ being managed by Bouncer from Play Dirty. Like, do you know what I mean? It don't make any sense.
Facts.
It don't make no sense. Do you know what I mean? Just go and get yourself a proper advisor.
Literally, like literally. And he was signed with Eddie. But I don't know what's happened with that as well, because Eddie could have put the money up for that fight. Yeah. But I don't think he's going to.
No.
Like, honestly, I don't even want to...
Eddie's not putting up money for big fights no more. That's why he's got the relationship with Turkey. What's the point of me having a guy that's got all the money if I'm still putting up my money? Do you mean he's not... Then what? What am I going to do for the undercard? Turkey's colonised so much of the... Do you know what I'm saying?
And he's overpaid people. That I'm not even paying people the right amount of money.
Eddie would have to put on a trash undercard to be able to afford
the reason why he can do it with Boots is because Boots has made it clear that he ain't fighting with Turkey.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only reason why he's got away with that. But everybody else is struggling. Like, unless you're PBC and you're fighting once.
But I don't think Boots is demanding the kind of money that Shakur and Teofimo are demanding.
Probably not.
Do you mean?
Probably
There's no way.
not. Probably not.
So he'll fight for a fraction of the price against some smaller guys, and then we'll see. I still think Boots will end up fighting
Virgil.
Boots versus Virgil was there. Boots potentially versus Crawford could still be there potentially. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got good dance partners, and so.
But I think Teo and Shakur have good dance partners. You don't think so?
Other than themselves,
Ryan, Devin, Rowley.
If they can make those fights. But all those guys have relationships with Turkey.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I guess Virgil's got a relationship with Turkey as well, but...
But I'm saying Shakur and Teo doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I still
don't even want to talk about how the fight's going to go, because I don't want to take myself...
We're too far away from the fight happening to get gassed, like, do you know what I'm saying?
Because Teo's blaming Shakur's blaming Teo, and I actually blame both of you, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
I think both of you are to blame.
Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Turkey particularly. I'm not a big fan of some of the things that he does. Some of the things he does are good, puts on some good fights, puts on some shit fights, doesn't really manage box, bringing in Dana. I'm not a big fan of Turkey. I'm not just sucking him off and bigging him up like he's amazing. But you, man, burnt a bridge with him for no good reason.
Facts.
He's given you both career high paydays, and your response is to turn around and disrespect him for no reason.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what
for
it is.
Nothing as well.
For nothing.
Like, you, man, Shakur, you got big money to fight Padley, bruv. Like, let's keep it. You got big money to fight.
They all have this dream. They inflate their own sense of commercial worth because they all have this dream that they can sack off the promoters, go independent, and do the Mayweather thing. But you, man, are not talented enough, or exciting enough, or famous enough to be. Like we said, there's good dance partners, but what that also does is that splits the attention of the fan base. There's not one person at 140 or 147 that has all the eyes of the fan base in the way that Mayweather did. Do you know what I'm saying? So all of you come with your own. Fan bases, but it's split.
And I think the benefit that Ryan has is he's a social media guy.
Yeah.
I think the kind of benefit Devin had is that people hate him.
Yeah.
So regardless of why people are going to hate him, and that's what it is. You guys are neither. You know what I'm saying? No.
And Devin's got his dad.
True.
Devin's a way bigger star than Shakur is. Way bigger.
By far.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, they're both kind of defensive first boxers, but Devin is closer to the Mayweather mold. He was the first one to leave. He was the first one to go independent. He signed a big promotional contract, backed himself to win the fights, won the fights, then went independent at the right time. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we know how the Ryan Garcia
But that also helped in promotion.
Yep.
Obviously, I don't mean all publicity is good publicity. People know your name regardless.
It's not always, but his dad is able to turn bad publicity into good publicity.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? If somebody else if Shakur had exactly the same situation done against him that Ryan did, he would not. He hasn't got the people around him. Do you know what I'm saying? To be able to turn that around. So they're putting themselves in a difficult position. So I'd like to see the fight as well, but. Man, them are just not moving serious. That's all it comes down to.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? Right now, Chris Eubank against the world.
Facts. Bro, he's getting sued again.
But he's getting career high money, innit? So he's probably got a certain section of the budget that's just there to pay off fines.
Yeah, because Robert Smith.
Not just Robert Smith. Eddie Hearn wants to sue him as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he went in there knowing that was going to happen?
Yeah, I think he's got a certain amount of the budget that's there to be. Do you know what I mean? If he's negotiated 10 mil, I think he's happy to pay like $1 mil or 1.5 mil to get sued. He knows he's going to get sued. He knows he's going to get sued for saying the stuff that he said.
But you know,
he just don't care.
There's a couple things that he said I wanted to discuss. That I do feel like the ambulance thing I don't even care about because I think that's a load of shit.
Yeah.
But what happens to the money when he does get sued? Because he's going to get sued and he's going to lose. What's going to happen with that money? Because that's the question he did say. He's like, I lost a lot of money. Robert Smith, what are you doing with the money? It's funny. I'm a bit torn. Because I've actually interviewed Robert Smith. And when I did, he actually took out time of his day to contribute to my dissertation at university. So thank you very much, Robert Smith.
Shout out Robert Smith.
Shout out Robert Smith. But yeah, I don't know. Like, do you think this is all part of promotion for it?
Of course. There's no narrative behind this fight. So they're having to manufacture a narrative and he's having to manufacture some drama. 100%. Do you think that Chris Eubank has a sincere care about some of these charitable foundations and all this? Do you think he cares?
Probably not.
No. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a narrative to sell the fight. He's doing his job in selling the fight. Do you know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, definitely him against the world still. Him versus Eddie Hearn. I actually found that quite cringy. What do you think about it?
Eddie just seems to be very, very rattled at the moment.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Whether people bring up Dana White, whether people bring up, he seems to be very, very
I think with the Dana
rattled.
White situation, he actually enjoys it.
I agree.
There's a part of him that enjoys it.
I agree, and he's one of those guys that he'll rise to the occasion if he's got good competition.
I don't think he enjoys the Chris Eubank thing.
No, but he genuinely don't like him. The problem is that he can't see a way to use Chris Eubank for financial gain. He can use Dana White for financial gain. He can't use Chris Eubank for financial gain. Eddie knows that Conor Benn's losing this fight. That's why he's trying to talk about what divisions and unifications and maybe Shakur and whatever. He's doing damage control already because we all know that Chris Eubank's winning this fight again, probably by an even clearer margin than last time.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? And he can't. I think he's just happy to get rid of Chris Eubank. He's happy to finish this fight and just never have to talk to Chris Eubank ever again.
Yeah, I mean, some people said he was a bit cheap for trying to use Ricky Hatton to speak. Did you think so?
Eddie?
No, well, let's talk about it because
cheap for Eddie to talk about.
Eddie tried to say because remember, Eubank keeps cutting him off, and he's like, I just want to say something about Ricky Hatton, and then Chris Eubank still cut him off. Some people are saying Eddie Hearn's used Ricky Hatton.
I think it's both. It's both. He was genuinely probably going to give a tribute to Ricky Hatton anyway. It's the first press conference since he passed away, so that would have been expected and normal. And Conor Benn is very close to Ricky Hatton, but it's not one thing or the other. Eddie's very smart. Eddie also knew that this is my way of getting the public on my side.
Do you think that's wrong?
There is no right and wrong. We're trying to knock each other out in this fight. We're trying to hurt each other.
This is Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn ain't doing neither of that. To use someone's death to speak, just to speak, do you think that's wrong?
No, I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care.
I don't know.
If I'm a promoter making millions and millions of pounds, I'm using everybody's death to promote my fight or to say what I want to say or whatever.
So do you think it was wrong for Eubank cutting him off?
No. This is war. This is war, bro. Do you mean what, bro? What are we talking about?
Some people didn't look at it that way.
Some people are side man. You can look at it whatever way you want. Do you know what I'm saying? When I'm in business, do you know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to make the most money possible, I'll do what I want. Do you know, nothing that Eubank does is going to harm him. He's going in. He's the wide favourite. He's the bigger guy, more experienced guy. All the stuff we said before, and he's the pantomime villain as well. Do you know what I'm saying? It's villain versus villain. There's no people. It had to be that kind of fight because they're both villains. Do you know what I mean?
I felt like it's funny because I feel so torn because on one hand I'm like, bro.
People use death in boxing. People use death in boxing all the time. By the way,
but I was gonna say
all the time.
To cut him off whilst he was talking about Ricky Hatton, I understand why people say, "But that's a bit tactless." But then I also felt like if he let him speak,
of course, he's going to take it somewhere that I don't want him to take it. So I'm not letting you talk.
Not even just that. I also feel like if you let him speak, you let him win.
Yes.
And then again you go into that as well, and I'm like, I'm just so torn about.
I've come to this press conference, and my plan is to not let you talk and get your shit off. So that's my plan. So I don't care if you say, by the way, I'm doing a charity thing for cancer. Brother, I don't care about all that. Just today. I might care about that tomorrow. Life is complicated. As it stands today, when I'm in fight mode, I don't care about stand up to cancer. I don't care about stand up to racism. I don't care about Palestine. I don't care about none of that. I'm just right now today. You can talk to me tomorrow and I'll talk to you about all that other shit tomorrow. But as it stands today, I don't want to hear none of that. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Man, fair. How many times have we seen someone in the corner trying to motivate their fighter to win and they bring up their dad that's died or someone that's died or come on, do it for Ricky. What would Ricky have done? So we use death to motivate people all the time in boxing. Do you know what I'm saying? We use people's death all the time or people's tragedy or all types of stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? All the time. Chris did this before. He's going on about when talking about drug tests and stuff, he's bringing up Nick Blackwell and all types of other people. We use it all the time. We take tragedy and use it to promote a fight. That's part of what it is. People were watching the fight partly because of the risk of brain damage, the risk of death. People don't want it to go that far. People have this happy medium. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like gyal think that they're like bad boys until you turn up at their yard at 2 a.m. with a gun covered in blood and say, yo, put this under your bed for me. And then they're like, whoa, this might be a bit too much. I didn't sign up for this. But you did sign up for this, bitch. You're an idiot. So that's just what it is. Like, do you know what I mean? There's a middle ground of people wanting to see blood and guts and gore. But then when someone's got brain damage, like, oh, mate, maybe he's gone too far. There's no happy medium.
Yeah, facts.
There's no happy medium.
It doesn't work like that.
It don't work like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Man love gangster movies until there's gangsters at their front door. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So, you know, for me, like I say, when you're going into war and he's going into an all-out war, like this fight is good. Neither of them can really stop. Well, Chris could potentially stop Conor, but like it's probably going to be a 12-round hard fight. Do you know what I'm saying? You might bake off a little bit if you know you're knocking a man out in 2 rounds. This is not that. This is going to be a long, hard fight.
I don't think it's worth the money though. I don't think getting sued and saying all the stuff that Eubank said, I don't think it's worth it.
But it's promotion for the fight.
I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's a good enough exchange.
They're not. Are they fighting on? Like, are they getting back end for this fight?
I don't know.
If they're getting back end, it's worth it. If they're not getting back end, it's not worth it. Because he needs to sell this fight. This fight could very easily not sell. The last fight, this fight is not going to sell the way the last fight sold. And both fighters are probably going to demand more money based on the performance of the last fight. So whoever's putting up the money is probably going to make a loss or less of a profit than they did last time. If they're getting back end, they really need to find some needle to sell the fight. And he doesn't even have a promotional dance partner because Conor Ben is so meek this time around that he don't even have, they ain't got the egg, they ain't got the dad situation, they ain't got all this kind of stuff. They ain't got any of that. So if there's a back end involved, bro, if I'm fighting...
Having beef with Robert Smith and having beef with Eddie, I don't see how, I don't think that translates to pay-per-view sales or tickets.
Maybe not. But he needs to go at someone and they're the only people there. They're the only people there. Conor's not engaging with him.
Facts.
So who am I going to engage with? I need to cuss someone. What am I going to do?
Well, Conor's not playing that game.
Yeah.
And I don't know why neither.
Because he lost.
Yeah, but...
Fairly, like, comprehensively as
well.
I
expected him to do an Adrian Broner, bruv.
What?
Bro, I won that fight. I beat that boy.
Nah.
Bro, that would help sell the fight. That would help sell the fight, bro.
This is what I'm saying, though. So this is why they're struggling to find some other shit. Do you know what I'm saying? To go and, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he told Liam Smith that he cheats on his wife. He told
this
you know what I'm
guy
saying?
has no line, bro.
What are we talking about?
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's way worse stuff that's been done and said and... Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what? Why I'm so entertained is because I want to know what Eubank's going to do next. Because I agree with everything you said. And I feel like even that was a reach. So he knows that
he's going to keep reaching.
So I want to know what the next reach is. I want to know what the next reach is because there has to be something.
And he knows he's got Bomac in his corner. He knows he could there's a world where he wins 12-0.
Facts, that's what I'm saying. Like, even Bomac was on TalkSport, and he's like, they were talking about what he's going to do next time. He's like, bro, I can't tell you. But I know this fight's going to be so comfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm like...
The promotion's going to have to be more explosive.
Way more, and I don't know how.
That's what I'm saying. You can't say... Like we said, with the egg... Remember, when he did the egg thing, you and many other people said, whoa, I wasn't interested in this fight, but now I am.
Facts. So
what have you told Chris Eubank Jr.? He's got it in his head, because of people like you, that I said I'm equally as excited for the fight. That didn't move me because the fight is still the same fight.
Facts.
But you've told him if you come out and do something mad, the fight's
that's what I'm interested to see because I wasn't interested the last time.
And rock up with Conor Ben's ex-girlfriend on his arm or something like. We see all types of stuff. We spoke about when Wayne Bridge didn't want to do the fight with KSI because KSI brought up his ex. What are you talking about? What are we talking about?
Facts.
If I was fighting Kanye West or something, I'd bring a screenshot of Kim's mouth on Ray J's wood or something. Like, I wear it on a t-shirt. Do you know what I mean? If I think that you're like, I'm doing everything.
Facts.
I'm doing everything. Everything. Do you know what I mean? And it might not even stop after the fight. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's just going to continue.
I want to see what. That's why I'm interested. I want to see what Chris Eubank. Because I don't think that was good enough.
I find boxing fans. So yeah, you're right. You know what, where you're right is the price he's going to pay for the return on promotion is not worth it.
Yeah,
whereas the egg slap was worth it. Yeah, I get.
I like cussing Robert Smith, Eddie Hearn. Like, yeah, but
he's got to find someone to cut. That's probably why Eddie was there, because they couldn't put Frank there, Frank Smith, because obviously then he could really go at Frank. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, that would be sick though.
He did it last time.
No, but I think Frank should be going at Eubank, saying, "Bro, I'm digging at your sister, bro. You can't chat to me. You can't chat to me when I'm digging. I got your sister on her knees, bro."
That's his wife, though. He's not going to talk about his own. He's not going to talk about his own wife like that. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, look at Shane. Look at women. Don't date man like Shane. You know, look how Shane going to talk about his own wife. That's not some random gal he's digging at. That's his wife. You got youths together. Man, your dad said that about your mum. I'm digging her out. It's your wife, bro. What are you talking about?
Your dad would do that.
My dad's different. My dad's different. But that's not. But my dad, that wasn't his current girl at the time. That was his ex.
No, I was saying, but your dad would do it about any girl. Your dad would do it about you.
But my dad said that to my mum's new husband.
What?
Did I not tell you this story?
What?
We were at a barbecue and my mum was there with her husband, and someone made a comment about, like, is it awkward? And my dad said he ain't doing nothing to that pump I ain't done twice over.
Yo,
he just said that at the barbecue.
Your dad's
my dad's
a gangster.
My dad don't give a fuck, bro. My dad don't give a fuck. Look where I come from. That's why I am the way that I am. Like, look where I come from.
Your dad's a gangster.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Real yard man setting still.
Trust me. But yeah, no, I think the fight will be good. It'll be entertaining. But obviously, yeah, like I said before, they're looking for some sort of narrative. They're looking to force it. And you're right that the money he's going to pay is not going to translate.
Robert Smith went on. And
the Robert Smith fine will be a heavy fine as well.
Yeah, he went on Talksport and said, "Oh, we're taking legal advice." I was like, "Yeah, it's long. It is so long."
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get fined.
And Robert Smith has a good relationship with Eddie as well. Like, he'll know all the finances of, like.
But the problem with that is that strengthens Eubank's argument.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, but it don't matter.
Fact.
It doesn't make a difference. Bro, like we said already, Israel play in the Europa League. Like, it don't matter. We all know. We all know, innit? I'm not saying what we know, but we know. But who cares? Like, it don't matter. Do you know what I'm saying? So, last topic before we wrap up the show. I saw Coog and Cassius talking about Amir Khan not being honoured or on a British sports honours list, and I'm gonna look up the honours list and see who else is on there. But what did you think about that? The fact that he's an Olympian, multiple-time world champion. He's done a lot for British sport and British boxing. He's always, Amir Khan, represented Britain and Pakistan. He's of Pakistani heritage, but he's always represented Britain. He's always, do you know what I'm saying? You know, some man kind of, I'm not going to say no names, some man kind of disassociate from certain parts of their culture, but he's always represented British boxing.
Say the name.
I was going to say AJ with some of his comments. Do you know what I'm saying? Femi moves a bit mad sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying? But, like, I don't think that, like, AJ's done stuff that might lose a British audience.
But he's on the list though. I'm pretty sure he's on the list.
Well, this is the thing. So, you know, what do you think about that?
Well, what's Amir Khan's status? Is he a MBE, OBE? Is he any of that?
I feel like he is.
Check.
I'm gonna check now. No, I don't think so.
Enough. I think that's what he was referring to, because that's what people were putting in the comment section of the video. The fact that he's not none of them things there.
Yeah.
Do you think anything has to do with the fact that he failed a drug test?
No, because I'm looking at a list. I think Tyson Fury might be on the list, and he's failed a drugs test.
You're lying.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to find a definitive list of. So England boxing roll of honour, is that what I should look up?
Maybe.
Or British boxing awards. Which one should I look at?
I don't actually know what Coogan was referring to.
Yeah, same. British honours list isn't.
So Tyson Fury's on.
But on what though? I don't.
Is Tyson Fury MBE or OBE? Type in Tyson Fury's name.
I don't think he'll have any of those.
Because of the gay comments.
No, I just don't know if he will have any of those. Period.
AJ does.
No, Tyson Fury don't either. Does Anthony Joshua have one?
He does. He's Anthony Joshua MBE.
Keep talking still, because I'm trying to find it.
What are you looking for?
It just don't come up when I'm looking at his name. It don't come up, so I don't know what. OBE. Yeah. Sorry, OBE there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he has one of them things there. But I do think Kugan was a bit vexed, like over vexed, and I think Kugan's just doing that because he's Asian. Because like, but I'm not gonna lie, Kugan's doing it because he's Asian and flipping. What's it called? He's Asian and Amir Khan's Asian. I just think that's why he was doing it. But I don't look at it that deep, because for me, I don't even care about like accolades from this country. But he did represent this country in a really good way for a long time. Yeah. And I do think the country should recognize him because of his contributions. But I don't know what the reasoning could be behind that. Could it be because of the fact that there was that video of him, pleasuring himself? Could it be about the fact that he accused Anthony Joshua of cheating his wife, sleeping with his wife? Remember that video? I don't know, bro. I genuinely don't know. But he definitely deserves some form of accolade. Yeah. But I don't know.
Is it because he's Pakistani?
Is Pakistani people...
They're Muslim. Overwhelmingly.
Respected more than black people in this country?
No.
You say no?
No.
Will you say less or equal?
Less.
Why do you say less?
Because I think that the culture that they're coming from in Pakistan is further away from British culture. Caribbean people, I can't speak to African people necessarily, but Caribbean people culturally, obviously from the back of colonialization, are very, very close. For a start, they're overwhelmingly Christian.
And two, they speak the same language.
They were invited to this country by the Queen. They got the Queen's head on their money. When you're coming from Pakistan, you're literally coming from a Muslim country and don't speak the same language. It's entirely different. I don't know if a white man's walking down the street and one alleyway's got a bunch of Pakistani boys and the other alleyway's got a bunch of black.
Where's Rishi Sunak from?
Rishi Sunak, I think, is Indian.
Okay.
Or is he Pakistani as well?
If he's Indian, then that makes a completely big difference, because Indian people have a completely different introduction into this country than Pakistani people.
Yeah, he's Indian.
Okay, cool. Then my points are valid.
My
points are valid. Because if he was Pakistani, then
he looks Indian, Rishi Sunak.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
But because Indian, that would strengthen your argument. Because again, Indian people were invited to this country as Pakistani specifically. Nowadays,
I think we're a long way away from a British Pakistani Prime Minister. For sure. Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure.
That was my point.
For him to be walking in to meet the Queen and say Salam Alaikum and No. That's what I'm saying. No.
That was my point. Nah. So, with that being said, I just genuinely feel like,
especially at the climate that we're in today, right now.
If we're looking at it from a place of the people, the people saying that you should. Like, because of what you've done for this country and what you've represented, I don't see the people we're talking about the masses saying, let's get behind Amir Khan. Because as it currently stands, there's a massive racial divide. I would say that if Amir Khan was white, he would definitely be celebrated way more.
Would he be
celebrated as much as if he was black? This is the part that I don't know.
But did AJ get his OBE quite a while ago when he was still... When did he get it? Because I feel like he might have still been world champion or undefeated at the time, or whatever. And before he got spun up on his head top by Dubois. Because Amir Khan has had... Not only has he had multiple losses, but he's had like really crushing losses. Do you know what I'm saying? All throughout his career. And not just the Canelos and the Crawfords and stuff like that. But we're talking about, obviously... who's the Cuban brother that knocked him out in 30 odd seconds, but with rabbit legs?
Prescott.
Do you know what I mean? Then we could talk about Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is a great boxer, but not of that Canelo level. Do you know what I mean? You've been flatlined a few times.
Facts.
But you have also won a lot of notable stuff as well. So I'm not sure how much that plays a factor.
I feel like the fact that he represented England.
And he's Olympian as well.
That's what I was going to end the Olympics. Like, he won England an Olympic silver medal. Like, I feel like just off that alone, you should, in an era where, let's keep it real, it's not like when the Josh Kellys and the Josh Taylors and all of those Boatsi and everybody started to do it. It was in an era where British boxing was relatively weak.
Yeah.
And he was literally... Like,
he was the only one that was going over to America and getting big fights at that time. Yeah, there were no other British boxers.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, like, I think Amir Khan deserves some form of recognition. But I don't feel as strongly about it as Kugan does. I think Kugan just does it because he's Asian.
Yeah.
But...
Kugan's Sri Lankan, though.
He's still Asian, no?
I know, but they're quite different from Pakistani people. It's not even like they're kind of...
You think so? I mean,
if
someone's Caribbean...
Their religion's different. If someone's Caribbean, they're probably Christian. Their religion is different. Their language is different.
I'm gonna...
Caribbean people are way closer to each other than Indians and Sri Lankans.
Pakistani and Sri Lankan.
Pakistani and Sri Lankan.
Yeah, true.
Maybe when they come to Britain, it's all...
All one.
All one
I don't know, you would be able to tell me.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll chat to my cousins on that side. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Shout out Amir Khan. He's had a kind of a complicated career as well. AJ's been very protected by Eddie Hearn. I will say that. When there's been controversy, it's been swept under the rug nice and quick. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas Amir Khan did not have that same level of protection.
And I also think Amir Khan doesn't fit the image. Not like AJ is a black guy, but he's not a big scary black man. You know what I'm saying? Even
non-threatening black man.
Like he almost represents. He's almost like a token black man.
Almost, it's on the border, but I know what you're saying. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like what he's represented.
Yes.
Not him personally, but that.
I want to know when he got his OBE actually, and if it was before the BLM marches and stuff.
Check. Because that would have contributed to it.
2018.
So
it was before.
It was.
So yeah, so I feel like if he was
2018 would have been after he beat Klitschko.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. So he's Olympian and he's world champion at that point, and he's undefeated at that point. And then since then, they might look to rescind that, you know.
Yeah. Fact.
all that BLM march and buy from black businesses and all that spin on your head top from Dubois and all that
superior black race and
all that. Man, don't be knowing about that. Yeah, Femi got that pretty early, to be fair.
Yeah, trust me.
Because again, like. We talk about, this is slightly off topic, but we talk about how American boxers have like a higher level of expectation. I don't think an Olympic gold medal and beating an old world champion gets you on an honorary list in America.
No, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? If you're Wilder and you get an Olympic medal and then you beat Luis Ortiz, maybe Luis Ortiz wasn't as dominant as Klitschko, but that resume on its own, because his resume was light at that time when he got the OBE. That was quite light.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So... yeah, shout out to AJ, man. June 2018. Boy, shout out to Amir Khan as well. But yeah, bro, that's it.
That's the show.
That's the show. That's all we got time for. Like I said, we're going to be live for all the Arsenal games, some of the Man United games, depending on these unreliable Man United fans. And to be honest with you, if I support Man United, I wouldn't be keen to stream their games either.
We're 11th, bro.
Huh?
We're 11th.
You lot are lucky to be 11th as well.
5 plays higher than when we finished our season.
Yeah, the season only just started, so I mean, plenty of time to go down. We've got Newcastle versus Arsenal on the weekend. Then we got Arsenal versus West Ham, 11th of October. Definitely lock in. We've got a lot of boxing coming. Double header on the 11th of October. Starting off with Allen versus Makhmudov in Sheffield. Then Ennis versus Lima. And then on the 25th, we've got another double header. Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley here in London. And then Fundura versus Furman. And then on November the 8th, we've got another double header when Arsenal play Sunderland. And then Virgil Ortiz versus Lubin in Texas. And then we've got the Jake Paul versus Tank fight, which I'm still skeptical even happens. That is on Friday the 14th.
The weekend after that, that's the Benavides.
And then the weekend after that, we have Benavides versus Yard on the 22nd. And then Arsenal's got a mad run of games towards the end of November. Tottenham, Bayern, Chelsea in a row. So that's going to be mad. So we've got all that to come on the channel. Check out our second channel as well, OnlyFacts Extra, for more cancelled content, controversial content. We're going to shoot some stuff over there as well. And like the video, subscribe to the channel. Road to 5K. The road to 5K. We want to get to 5K. Then we're going to get some balloons that say 5 and K. Did you get some balloons?
At 5K?
Why not, man? Do you know what it is? We ain't got the push of them.
Yeah, trust me.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's an independent.
Specifically when we're doing videos about Israel. It's mad.
Support black business. Do you know what I mean? Peace.
Proud to be black in that.